I don't know why, but every fucking time I put that on for us to listen to, I can't stop laughing.
You should submit that to WWE, and maybe they'll make that transcend theme.
Should. Oh boy, it is my favorite part about doing all of this is just listening to that and cracking up. Because it's a fucking porn groove. Come on, it's the best. Porn grooves are amazing. What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Joey Nohana. Across from me is Anthony Caruso, my co-host for all the better wrestling in the world.
Yes.
And you can find our archived and future episodes at falconarrow.podbean.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us, or whatever the fuck, follow us. I still don't know what you do on Facebook. It's some form of following.
You like, I think. Unless it's a person that you don't know, then you can follow them.
Whatever. Facebook fucking blows. If we weren't doing this, I wouldn't have Facebook, because Facebook sucks balls.
And you can follow me at AnthonyMan5000 on the Twitter.
He never posts anything. Oh,
well,
no, Twitter. Not Twitter. I'm sorry, Instagram. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I fucked up. I just
8787 on Instagram.
The lurker on Instagram.
Lurking at your mom, bro.
I recently rekindled my Twitter, so I guess if you want to find me on Twitter, I don't really like Twitter. I don't know why. It's really weird. I mean, I know it's the most popular way to get a hold of
It's weird because
famous people these days.
It's weird because Twitter, if you want to interact with the world and other people, like famous people, Twitter's the way to go. But nobody I know in real life uses Twitter.
That's exactly why I feel really awkward just posting. I mean, it's a nice way to just write your random thoughts, because Facebook's okay, but Facebook's is cancer now. It's people share shit and it's ridiculous, and people believe in all this. And
2-month-old dank, not so much dank memes.
No, people share old shit that the internet's already seen, and the worst part about it is that parents are on that shit, and that's the worst part about Facebook. Is that
true story? My mother had a Facebook before I did.
Ridiculous. So she was a college
Yes.
student before you. Okay, cool. Sounds phenomenal. But yeah, everybody. So I guess today we are going to be talking about our first ever, adding on to our indie/New Japan archived or lineup of things we want to talk about. Our first PWG event, Only Kings Understand Each Other, filmed on February 18th. Shipped out a month later, and here we are reviewing it a month later. So PWG 3 months in advance.
Well, a good thing with PWG is that there's if there is storyline in it, it's the flimsiest of storylines.
PWG is gotta be the only fucking promotion on this planet. Maybe not, but in my mind,
the most well known
sporadic promotion that you're just sitting around. And maybe you'd come in my room and go, "Hey, the new PWG DVD came in." I'm like, "What? Oh, I forgot that was a promotion anymore." It's so sporadic. They don't pump out the media as much as everybody else, because it's fucking PWG. It's just,
and it's good. It makes it feel kind of special, because
it does.
PWG,
make it feel
it was
special.
every week, then you get sick of it.
Of course, everything, and especially with New Japan. New Japan's the same way. New Japan, I believe, only run. They only really have they do house shows, but it's just tag matches. Yeah. Then they do pay-per-views, which is the big deal. And they protect their belt. Their belt's only defended every month, maybe 2 months. I don't even know how that works anymore. The IWGP title literally is protected as far as you could possibly protect, because there's no replicas. It's defended twice every 2 months or something like that. It's ridiculous. Adding on to what you were going to say, something.
I was going to say twice every 2 months. Don't you mean once a month?
Whatever, man. You know what I mean.
Break down your fractions, bro.
Fuck off. Anyways, we're here to talk about PWG, but I would like to, real quick, talk about how we are going to venture off and talk about New Japan stuff at some point, because New Japan is my focus at the moment. I've been really, really into this stuff. I'm trying to get into as much as I possibly can. And I do want to do more New Japan stuff, because our Okada fucking episode is up to 1,800 views, and to some shitty little podcast, that's awesome. Yes. It's amazing because we sit here for hours, and I take notes upon notes talking about fucking WWE and that shit show called Raw and SmackDown, and just a fucking one New Japan episode with really good wrestling got a lot more attention than anything we've ever done about talking about WWE. So that really made me believe in the fact that indie stuff and New Japan stuff is where everyone wants to go, especially for YouTube audiences and whatnot.
Plus, there's less competition, so...
Plus, there's less ROH. I don't
bigger fish in a smaller pond.
See, I watch ROH, but it's like I don't watch the television, so I feel like because it's still American television, so there's still storylines to follow. In New Japan, it's just the shows, the pay-per-views are the storylines. There's really nowhere else to go with it.
Yeah,
so.
The belt is the storyline, the matches are the storyline. There's no you fucked my sister.
No, none of that. There's no weird fucking. There's no weird angles where fucking Vanguard 1's flying around or whatnot, even though that's entertaining as hell. But I guess PWG, the first DVD, the one we saw before this was, I totally forgot what the one.
It's been a while.
It's been quite a while. We're still waiting on another one that was filmed maybe like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we're waiting anxiously for the next PWG Blu-ray. But this is the Only Kings Understand Each Other event that featured Chuck Taylor and Zack Sabre Jr. going at it. First match on this card, Cody Ura versus Trevor Lee. And this was Cody's second match in this promotion. Trevor Lee's been here quite a while.
Yeah.
This match
Trevor Lee's like a PWG vet now.
He had short hair when I first saw him. That was amazing. Maybe 3 years ago. It's phenomenal. This match doesn't even get about 2 seconds in before Trevor avalanche Germans Cody while he's posing on the turnbuckle. The match starts out hot after Trevor bullies Cody around for a bit. Cody hits a hard disaster kick on Trevor Lee. Both men end up on the outside. Cody goes for a springboard move, but runs into a Superman forearm that was stiff as hell. Trevor says Goldust is better than this shit. Trevor attempts to generate heat by popping a Dusty. I wrote that down. Popping a Dusty. I'm assuming that's the flurry of punches and the elbow. I neglected to write that down.
Or as I called it, the Colt Cabana gimmick.
He got mad that he popped the Colt. Then Cody pops a flare, rekindling the legendary 80s rivalry, so you put him in a figure 4 leg lock. Trevor Lee, all you had to do was reverse the pain, and everything would have been fine. Cody pulls off a muscle buster, something I haven't seen in quite a while.
Yeah,
we used to
see
see Joe do it.
Samoa Joe just doesn't do it anymore.
Joe doesn't do it because he broke a man's neck.
He nearly killed Tyson Kidd, so.
Cody responds with a flurry of punches and bionic elbow of his own, then flips off Mr. Trevor Lee. Cody tries to attempt a variation of a disaster kick, but gets literally none of it. This was the spot where we noticed that Cody, I think he came off the second rope, the second turnbuckle, and literally a foot of space in between his foot and Trevor Lee's fucking face. Cody tries to get himself hyped up, but gets fucking crushed by a mushroom stomp. I don't know why they don't call it a mushroom stomp anymore. Cody baseball slides to get away from another stomp by Lee, runs into Rick Knox. You know how this goes. The ref dies.
Yes.
And when Cody hits the crossroads, he accidentally hits Rick Knox's ass with his own foot, further injuring the referee.
Yeah.
After some confusion, Trevor wins with a fisherman buster. So Trevor Lee goes over on Cody Rar. And I guess Cody, second event, jobbing out to... Oh, he jobbed at the Battle of Los Angeles, but I would expect Cody to be a fucking powerhouse here in PWG.
Cody doesn't need a win here, so...
No, he doesn't. Trevor Lee. I don't see enough Trevor Lee. I know he's on TNA.
Yeah, that's what we want.
But I don't give a fuck.
Trevor Lee.
Okay, I'm not tuning into TNA. Trust me, that's not on my fucking agenda at the moment. Trent versus Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
What's wrong with Phoenix?
He goes by Ray Phoenix.
Oh, fuck off, dude.
Because you know, AAA/Lucha Underground and.
Suck my ass. Trent starts the match by informing Phoenix he wants no lucha shit during this match. Crowd disagrees. Both men engage in a battle of wrist locks. It was entertaining as fuck because if there's one thing I enjoy in my wrestling, it's a lot of wrist locks.
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix does some lucha shit with a wrist lock. Trent counters, surprisingly, with a lucha shit wrist lock of his own. There is an exchange of hard slaps, chest slaps. Phoenix wins with the hardest slap that rivals strong style slaps. It was a straight palm fucking slap. Both men end up on the outside. Trent throws a fucking chair at Phoenix. However, since this is PWG, there hasn't been a DQ in ages, so there's no rules.
I don't think I've ever seen a DQ in PWG.
Never. The ref has no idea what the count is, and no one knows who's legal.
Yes.
Phoenix does some lucha shit. Trent can't respond because he's unable to do lucha shit. At one point, Trent is on the turnbuckle. Phoenix does the best fucking uppercut I've ever seen in my life. or a palm strike or a shote, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it was an uppercut, but Trent was on the second rope, and I believe he was standing up, and fucking Phoenix just got up there with a fucking straight up shoto kid.
Yeah.
He got up there pretty high. Afterward, there was a sequence where Trent goes for a tornado DDT, aka the Dude Buster DDT, which is countered into an Ace Crusher, into a Dragon Sleeper, which is a fucking great spot by both of these guys. Trent pile drives Phoenix onto the apron, which I'm pretty sure killed him. Trent takes over with a swinging DDT, then a Gotch-style pile driver. Oh, that was the second. I'm sorry. He gave him a pile driver and then gave him a Gotch-style pile driver on the outside on the apron. There is a spot on the apron where Trent is hunched over. Phoenix stomps on him. Trent goes face first into the apron, and I'm almost certain both men are dead at this point, which looked ridiculous. Okay, this spot was unbelievable. Both men get back in the ring. Phoenix stomps on him again. I'm surprised that Trent isn't dead yet. Phoenix has Trent against the ropes when something I've never seen before in my life happens. Phoenix uses one foot to do a mid-air spin kick. So kicks him in the face, mid-air, does a spin, then super kicks Trent in the goddamn face, really hard. Despite the cool lucha shit, Trent wins with a cradle back-to-belly pile driver. So Trent winning goes over on the lucha shit. So fuck the lucha shit.
Yeah, fuck lucha. Who cares?
Trent, it's good to see Trent, doing single stuff. I know he's a big tag guy, but he's a lot of fun on his own. This was a fun match. This was a big pissing contest by both of these guys.
I don't understand why they let Trent Beretta go with WWE.
Because Trent's just a fucking dude, man. Like, he's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's not great. He's just not. He's not a superstar. He's just some fucking cool guy.
Neither is
cool
half
shit.
the WWE roster. They're not really superstars
You're
either.
gonna sit here and tell me Oni Lorcan's not a superstar, bro?
No, he's not.
You telling me Biff is not the man? And now we get to the match, which, looking up and down this card, I will say that the best match on this card was Ricochet versus Leo Rush, but the second best match, and I will say this is the second best match next to the Young Bucks versus 041K, the Chosen Bros versus the Unbreakable Effin' Machines. The reason why I say I liked this match a lot was it was a hell of a lot of fun to watch. It was fun watching big guys throw each other around.
Yeah, this match was great.
For literally 20 minutes. Riddle and Elgin started off, do some cool shit. Riddle tags in Cobb, so I get to see Cobb versus Elgin, which is what I wanted to see, which is a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Something we never get to see anymore. But then Elgin tags in
way
Brian
better than
Cage.
that Goldberg and Lesnar shit.
No, that was the best match of all time, okay? But you're
WrestleMania 20? Yeah. I agree.
Easily.
Totally agree.
The Stunners really sold it for me. Jeff Cobb gets the best of Cage in their affair. Two large, beefy men doing flippy shit. Only PWG, I suppose. Elgin starts a stalling suplex, tags in Cage, who literally takes Cobb off of his hands. I'm not joking. Takes him off of his hands during a suplex. Elgin blind tags in to continue the stalling suplex he started, squats him, then drops him on his fucking head. Cobb gets worked over pretty well by Elgin and Cage. Riddle gets in, runs through Elgin and Cage like a house on fire. Elgin and Cobb trade big man clotheslines. Elgin double German suplexes both Cobb and Riddle. That happened. It looked ridiculous. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
After Elgin lands a Falcon Arrow, shout out to the show, Mr. Elgin. Cobb literally throws.
Yeah, he's a long-time listener.
Yeah.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Since day one. He's one of our day one guys. Cobb literally throws Elgin around like he's a 90-pound woman. Okay, Jeff Cobb. Pause for a second. Jeff Cobb is a man. Jeff Cobb is legit as hell. Okay?
Jeff Cobb might be like my favorite indie guy at the moment.
He's got like a gut, but he fucking threw around. I don't care. No. That's what I'm. Dude is all power.
Yeah.
He threw Elgin around like he was literally a fucking just a tiny woman, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Elgin hits an avalanche powerbomb that should have broken the ring on Cobb. Cage hits the deep sea diverticulitis, which I couldn't spell in my notes for some reason.
Dude, just
I said it right.
Right click and spell check.
Diverticulitis. There we go. Cobb still kicks out, so Jeff Cobb looking very strong in this match. After two bro to sleeps,
my new favorite move in all of professional wrestling.
On both Elgin and Cage, Cobb finishes Cage off with the Tour of the Islands, which I suppose, if I had to explain it, as a swinging power slam, I suppose.
Yeah.
I literally from one point to the next, or 360. So a ridiculous match, wonderful match, and the what is it? Oh, the Chosen Bros. I totally forgot their tag name. let's be for real here, guys. This was all cop. I mean, Matt Riddle's awesome, but fucking the bro to sleep.
Yeah. You don't like the bro to sleep, man?
Not as over as Pulp Friction.
I don't know which move I like better.
Oh boy!
Imagine a Juice Robinson versus Matt Riddle match.
My head would explode. I can't stand corny fucking move names. I just can't. It's ridiculous. Call it an unprettier. Call it a go to sleep or something. Don't bro to sleep.
How do you feel about the Benadryller?
Fun fact, I totally did not put two and two together when I heard that name.
Really?
When you told me the Benadryller, I'm like, that's a weird fucking name. Isn't that a GTS? You're like, dude, Benadryller. I wanted to jump out of a window. I fucking hate corny, I hate names. Well, that's not so much Ricochet's thing. He's not like a Benadryl addict or something, but it's just the simple fact that you have to just fucking make it corny. Call it what it is, please.
The bro to sleep and the Pulp Friction are a little corny, but I think the Benadryller actually sounds kind of cool.
How many names does the Ushigoroshi currently have in the world of professional wrestling? The Last Call, the Tiebreaker, the Ushigoroshi, and probably someone else has the fucking move. 3 guys in WWE. Oh, and I'm sorry, I called Adam Cole part of WWE, but people in the realm of relevant wrestling.
Well, I mean, just wait 3 months. He's gonna be there, so
I suppose. So, Ricochet versus Lio Rush. When I found out this match was happening, I could not wait to watch this fucking DVD. Blu-ray. I keep saying DVD. I'm sorry.
I don't think people care.
No. Match started off with an unreal sequence of counters and dodging kung fu moves. These men fought like they were in a fucking Tony Jaa movie.
Well, this wasn't going to be like a Randy Orton match.
No.
This is going to be all high.
I was awake for the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Fucking Jim Ross would have been pissed if he was watching this match.
In the beginning of this match, Lio Rush outperforms Ricochet and outclasses him in every way you could possibly imagine. This makes Ricochet very mad. Very, very mad. After an apron slam, Ricochet regains his momentum, and the focus becomes the weak back of Lio Rush because he fucking just basically power slammed the guy right on the fucking corner of the fucking ring. Rush tries to build a comeback, but Ricochet responds with a nasty back of the head clothesline, a straight up club to the back. Rush doesn't 2-1 rope suicide dives. Okay, Rush does 2 bottom rope, first rope suicide dives. I don't know why the fuck that says that. I fucked this all up. Both men exchange blows in a fight for the top bottom right turnbuckle. Very specific with that one. Before Lio
almost as specific as the women's match from WrestleMania where they took the middle turnbuckle cover.
Yeah. I wrote that down. They're both. I guess they were exchanging blows literally in the top bottom right turnbuckle of where I'm looking. Before Lio shin kicks the shit out of Ricochet, they exchange kicking blows in the middle of the ring. Lio wins this affair, so he wins. So Ricochet being outclassed sometimes in this match, and he was not having it because he's the flippy guy. The flippy black guy is Ricochet these days, and he will not have that. Rick hits a Northern Lights roll through brainbuster into a Benadryller. Rush kicks out at 2. Ricochet tries to put him away with a shooting star press. Rush kicks out again. During this match, some asshole fell asleep during the climax of the match.
Yes. There's some dude in a Tom Brady jersey sitting opposite Hardcam. You just see him drifting off.
What a fucking scumbag. Look, dude, do you realize that those tickets sell out in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay? If you manage to get a seat there, front row, fucking stay awake, please.
And how even if you're tired, how do you fall asleep with all the noise?
I don't know. Must be that California weather.
Maybe.
Putting dickheads with fucking Tom Brady jerseys to sleep. If you're listening to this, go fuck yourself. Because we could have all been there, but you are there sleeping. Dozing off like a fucking 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
Ricochet wins with a very, very amazing finisher. His finisher, when I first wrote this down, I had no idea. I called it the what's it called? The Bloody Sunday. It is not a Bloody Sunday. That is a DDT. I'm a fucking idiot. It's called the Vertigo. It's a sit-out, swinging, lifting, inverted DDT. Whew. There you go. It's pretty amazing. When you see it, you have to watch it to understand what I'm trying to say. The match I was least looking forward to, mostly because of Marty Scurll. It was Marty Scurll versus Jay White. The match takes about 5 minutes to start due to the theatrics of and tomfoolery of Marty Scurll. I literally didn't take any notes for this match because Marty Scurll fucking sucks. Jay White put on Marty's mask to become a villain at one point. It was very entertaining. Marty did some Marty things. I really wanted Jay White to win this match, but Marty wins with a chicken wing. And that is all completely true. I was literally eating pistachios this whole match because, I don't know. Marty Scurll is not that entertaining for me. He's okay.
He's okay.
He's not a terrible worker. I'm not going to sit here and say he's certainly a lot better than a lot of guys in WWE. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
He's way better worker than
I'm
half those
just
guys.
not bought into the gimmick like other people are. I mean, I don't watch whatever his native promotion is, but
I suppose New Japan has rotted my brain of theatrics and fun that PWG provides, because now I'm over here like, when's the wrestling going to start? I'm so used to the fighting and the fighting spirit and the no nonsense.
That's why you watch different shows. You get one thing from one, you get something else from another.
Well, here's the thing, okay? PWG does comedy and they're fun. Like Chuck Taylor is fucking hilarious. There's a lot of fun on that show, on in that promotion, but Marty Scurll just, I don't know, man. He's just weird to me. Like, I just can't buy into it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan either. And that's funny enough because I have a picture of him hanging in my
well, you got that for
bedroom.
Free. Don't act like
I got
that.
it in a wrestle crate, yeah.
And not only that, but his move, okay, that the whole breaking the fingers thing, okay. He's broken maybe 8,000 fingers by now. He's never been stopped. No one's ever stopped booking him. No one's ever called him Hurdy. No one's ever fucking been mad at this man for breaking fingers.
Maybe he just dislocates them.
How do you not sell a broken finger? A broken finger can hinder you in a wrestling match.
Well, here's the thing. PWG doesn't run weekly, so, I mean, it can heal in between.
He breaks fingers in Ring of Honor. Yeah, and they run weekly, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No one ever shows up with a wrap. No one ever shows up with wrapped fingers. No one ever fucking sells the fingers. It's just
because these are tough guys. They're wrestlers, dude.
Just broke my finger this week. Just gonna go take a shower and go to sleep. Fuck off. The Super Click, Adam Cole with the Young Bucks versus 041K. So Jake Christ, not Jack Christ. Christ. I'll call him Christ because I like Christ a lot more. Christ. Jake Christ and Dave Christ with flanked by, I almost called him by his fucking WWE name.
I almost forgot what it was.
Solomon Crow. Wow. Holy fuck. Flanked by
the Space Cat.
The Space Cat. Sammy fucking Callahan. If I ever have to see that asshole with a fucking mask on. I love PWG, but God, Sammy's a great worker. Don't get me wrong. He's an awesome worker. He's fun to watch, but come on, man.
It is kind of dumb.
Stop.
But whatever. You're not supposed to take PWG seriously.
No. Like, I'm not sitting here.
It's all comedy. There's no psychology.
No, not at all. Yeah. I think PWG is the #1 catalyst in not selling a super kick. I have never seen one man's. It's like a breeze rolled in, and you just kind of got blown away.
Everybody does a super kick.
Super kick's like a new.
Well, that's like
new punch.
It's like everybody in every promotion. Everybody does a super kick now. So
everyone does do a thrust kick. That is for sure. So 041K. If you've never heard of them, I never heard of them. It was Sammy Callahan's. I guess 2 of his boys from Strong Style, which is the clothing fucking company. I have them on Instagram, so I know all their quote unquote athletes that they sign. So they're in that same realm.
Is it better than Suplex Apparel? Because Suplex has got some stacked guys on that lineup.
Suplex, the Strong Style has a lot of like CZW guys and like, you know, dudes who do that stuff, you know, and Suplex has wrestlers on their wearing their shit. So, but if you don't know who these guys are, I guess, yeah, like I said, I didn't know who they were, but they looked great in this match. This was a lot of fun, and it was amazing. Cody comes out to announce the Young Bucks and Adam Cole in the way that he can only do it. After Jake Christ runs through both the Young Bucks, Cole tries to go for a brainbuster, but keeps getting stopped. Cole has Jake in a camel clutch. The Bucks run the ropes about 5 fucking times, stop, and then kiss Adam Cole on his cheeks. Until Sammy comes in and says, "Fuck that! I won't be out-kissed." Smooches Cole on his mouth.
There was a lot of homoeroticism in this match, and it was entertaining.
Before we talk about the homoeroticism, let me just move on real quick to the spot where and by the way, and then Sammy kisses both the Young Bucks respectively.
Yeah. And they sold it too, didn't they?
Sold the shit out of it. Sammy has all 3 men in the bottom buckle. trips Cole into Nick Jackson's balls, trips Matt Jackson into Adam Cole's balls. So the point being is that for about 10 minutes, we saw just a lot of kissing and ball busting. It was ridiculous.
And that was right at the moment when my mother, who happened to come down into the studio shaped like her basement.
Trademark. Yeah. She could trademark that.
She happened to see the shenanigans that was going on, and she made the very disappointed mother face.
She could not have walked in on Shibata versus Okada. She couldn't have walked in on Great Masterpieces. Okay, but she walked in on the Young Bucks bumping each other's nutsacks. What a way to introduce your mother to what you watch for a living, I guess. I suppose. Sammy has all three men. Oh wait, I fucking said that already. Matt bumps all the other guys on the outside. Nick front flips onto everyone. Then he hits the light fixture on the way down. So there was a lot of good outside bumping and lucha shit. Dave and Jake Christ do a tandem bump to the outside. Like I said, these guys both did pretty good in this match. So they did their fair share of bumps. There's a spot where Sammy and Dave try to double suplex Cole. Okay. I cannot even really explain how this got set up. I'm going to do my absolute best. I could not write down what happened as best to my knowledge. I'm sorry. So this is going to sound really fucking awkward. There's a spot where Sammy and Dave try to double suplex Cole. The spot ends up in a 5-man bump where Jake Christ catches Adam Cole, who's the initial recipient, on the way down into a fucking powerbomb. So imagine 4 fucking guys. Was it 4? I honestly don't even remember this spot. It was unbelievably
because the Bucks
ridiculous.
ended up there, and they were trying to like backdrop him or whatever, and
who do I have here? So Jake,
I think they were trying to backdrop Callahan and Chris, and then Chris and Callahan were going to suplex Adam Cole over. So they hit the spot together, and then the other Chris jumps in and finishes.
It was a clusterfuck of a spot. I mean, imagine the triple fucking suplex spot in WWE times fucking 6.
If you've heard other episodes of the show, you would know that I hate that fucking spot. But it was funny. It's funny because it happens on PWG, and you can't take anything on PWG seriously.
But this was not even like proper. This looked really fucking out there. Yeah. I didn't know what was happening. I could not write down what was going on.
Yeah.
Callahan does a reverse GTS, which by the way looks really awesome.
The reverse BTS.
I'm just gonna take a second. I'll let you continue. It looks really good though. A reverse GTS. I guess he like, how does he do it? He like, instead of positioning the guy right in front of his knees, he like just throws you to the back and just like drops you right on his fucking knee. It looks really good, and the velocity looked really great. Cole hits the Canadian Destroyer. We're not calling it anything else. To a 2 count.
Not the Panama City Sunrise.
No, I don't give a fuck. It's the Canadian Destroyer. An exchange of multiple super kicks occur. After an enormous amount of super kicks, everyone starts hitting each other with diamond cutters, ace crushers, and RKOs. This is not a joke. Adam Cole hit an RKO. He did the whole fucking thing with the snake and all that shit. Dave Christ does an avalanche ace crusher, which looked fucking ridiculous. Who did he do this? I think he did it on Adam. Maybe Matt Jackson. Somebody. Maybe Sami Callihan had him on the top rope. Looked like he was going for a like the Doomsday device setup where you got one guy on the fucking shoulders, and this motherfucker straight up, Dave Christ, just literally hits a fucking avalanche ace crusher, and it looked unbelievable. Sammy kills Cole with a lariat. 4-1K or 14K. What a fucking name. Kills Cole with a tombstone assist. After constant fat jokes, ridiculous spots, and awesome teamwork, the Super Click win with a Super Kick Death Party. I don't know what they call that, but I call it the Super Kick Death Parties. It's what it is. It's just multiple kicks over and over again to another man's face. This match was, like most Young Bucks matches, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't even describe.
You're not going to get a lot of psychology. You're not going to get a lot of really selling.
Well, they made the conscious decision... They made the conscious decision to make this a tornado tag match.
Yes.
Which, in PWG, if you've ever watched it, you realize...
Every tag match is pretty much a tornado tag match.
I've never known who's legal. I still don't know who's legal anymore for any match ever.
Yeah.
And no one can keep track of any of this shit, so I'm glad that they finally embraced the tornado tag match as they should. But like I said, the Young Bucks don't really have any bad matches. It's formulaic, but when they have 4 more guys, it gets a whole hell of a lot more interesting.
If you've seen one Young Bucks match, you've seen them all. But
it's not saying a bad thing. Yeah. It's pretty fucking amazing what they come up with every fucking time. The main event, the People's Champion, Chuck Taylor, took on the bastard, Zack Sabre Jr. I love Zack Sabre Jr., but Chuck Taylor, come on.
Yeah.
In the main event of a PWG show, Chucky T, man, come on. Chucky goes for a small package right off the bat, then hits a snap pile driver to a 2 count. So Taylor knows he has to put Sabre away very quickly.
Yes.
So psychology being used here in PWG.
Very seldom use of psychology.
Chuck tries a moonsault. Sabre reverses beautifully into a triangle choke, which I call the Hell's Gate because I'm a fucking normie.
Yeah.
Sabre tries a hanging sleeper hold. Chuck counters it into a brain buster, which looked really good. Chuck goes for a Gail Kim. He tried to pop the Gail. Zack responded with a very solid PK.
You should probably explain what popping these moves means because they're not hip to Chuck and Trent's DVDs.
Well, popping a Gale isn't that you are delivering a eat defeat, which is a soul food.
Yeah, soul food,
he calls it soul food, but it's eat defeat, which is just I guess though you put the foot to the face, you hold the hand, you drop. Yeah. Literally, you eat the feet. Or popping a Gail Kim, as it were. Yeah. Sabre starts working over Chuck. Crowd is not having it because Chuck is the People's Champion. During this match, Chuck Taylor was beloved, and Zack Sabre Jr. is a fucking asshole.
Chuck Taylor is a longtime PWG. Everybody loves Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, Chuck's been around for quite a while. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen Chuck in Ring of Honor. I've never seen Chuck anywhere else except like Chikara and
I think
PWG.
he's like a Chikara, yeah.
Yeah, he's big into the comedy promotions, yes. So that's what his gimmick is. Chuck bumps to the outside, gets fanned off by the fans. Sabre back suplexes Chuck onto the hard-ass floor. Chuck DDTs Zack on the outside onto a chair, then in the ring, then once more in the ring. Zack hits a solid Liger Bomb, which might be my favorite move at the moment. It looks really, really good. Chuck kicks out. Sabre puts Chuck in a wishbone submission, which I have never seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I have never seen a wishbone submission hold, and it looks ridiculously, unbelievably painful.
Yes. Well, having your groin stretched is not the most pleasant experience.
Nope, to my knowledge, no, it is not. Chuck hits the awful waffle. Sabre has the fighting spirit and kicks out. Why did I write that down? Sabre has the fighting spirit and kicks out. What a dickhead.
We were talking about Bushido and stuff, but you probably, when you read this shit, you probably should be able to read ahead so you don't say that stupid shit on the air.
No, I'm glad I say this stupid shit so I can critique my fucking stupidity. Sabre wins with a TKO finish after applying the triangle choke. So I don't know when's the last time I've seen a TKO finish in any promotion. It's very rare.
The last one was when Bayley lost the NXT Women's title that I remember.
To whom?
To Asuka.
I don't remember that match. I don't remember that match.
She had the TKO finish because they kept her looking strong.
Well, she's still looking strong. Yeah. She hasn't looked weak in quite some time.
Yeah.
After the match is over with, the crowd boos because fuck you, Zack Sabre Jr. You took our champ away from us. Marty comes out to tell
7 years in the making.
This was goddamn, it has been. I don't think he's ever wrestled for any belts. The tag belts against the Young Bucks.
Maybe.
And there's only 2 belts in PWG. Yeah. How many could you really wrestle for? Marty comes out to tell everyone that they should respect Zack, prompting both men to beat up on Chuck, thus turning Zack Sabre Jr. heel.
First he's joining Suzuki-gun, and then now he's with Marty as the heels on PWG.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Zack Sabre Jr. comes off as a cocky prick. No matter what.
A little bit, yeah. He kind of looks like a douchebag, too.
He comes off as a cocky prick, even when he's working face, because he realizes he's better than you at wrestling and at everything else. So, why?
It makes sense that he's heel,
Oh, it makes perfect sense. He's been a heel for quite a while. People just like him because of his wrestling, but he's been always a dickhead, especially in PWG, where he, showed a fucking fan his whole ass, I think, in the Battle of Los Angeles 2015. But Trent comes out to save the day, fighting off both men and setting up possibly a future feud here in PWG with the best friends and the leaders of the new school, I believe that's what they're called. They're the old school. Or whatever the fuck.
This is the new school thing. Is what they say,
So, Team UK versus the best friends, I suppose, is the next match. I have no idea what the card is for the next PWG event. So,
Whenever
will
the
see.
DVD arrives or the Blu-ray arrives,
Whenever the DVD gets here, we'll review it a month afterwards.
Yep.
So that's the plan. And that was PWG, our first PWG event. And
that was a really fun show. It was the first PWG show that I really enjoyed in a while. So,
well, you enjoyed it because you paid attention to it.
yeah, we have a tendency of kind of putting the DVD on and then just kind of bullshitting through the whole thing.
Kind of eating pizza and eating wings and not really paying attention. But this was a really good event. I will have to send a shout out to the fucking scumbag who fell asleep in the front row of the Ricochet and Leo Rush match. Go fuck yourself.
I really appreciated the girl who wore the "I shaved my balls for this" shirt.
And shout outs to the girl with the Bullet Club shirt. Cool
There was like
shirt.
there was like 3 of them there.
Great shirt, lady.
Very very hip.
Extremely hip. Well, everybody, that was our PWG review. If you would like to listen to any of our older stuff, you could catch us on falconarrow.podbean.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook. I totally just drew a blank. Follow us on Facebook. Whatever the fuck. Like us on Facebook.
Yep.
For literally everything else. And I guess you should start doing the Twitter stuff. That'll be your job.
Yeah.
You should just start
I'll be
plugging away
the
at the Twitter stuff. Yeah.
Well, you can follow me at AnthonyMan5000 on the Twitter. What's your Twitter there?
Joey Nohana.
Joey Nohana.
I kayfabed it for everybody out there. Well, guys, I guess we'll rejoin you for... Well, me and Anthony will rejoin you for Good Wrestling. I think when the PWG DVD comes in.
Yes.
And we have
Hopefully sometime
wrestling
soon.
We have Wrestling Dontaku.
That's at the end of the month, right?
Early May.
Early May, I think. Yeah, because then that'll lead right into Battle of the Super Juniors.
Battle of the Super Junior, and there's a tag tournament, right, coming after that.
The tag tournament will be the heavyweight tag tournament's at the end of the year. They run it in December.
Super Junior, the best of the Super Junior tag teams.
They don't do a Super Junior tag team. Super Juniors is for the junior heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll rejoin you guys for Japanese stuff when Dontaku comes out. I believe it's early May. Don't quote me on that. We have the PWG DVD coming in, and I don't know if you want to do Joshi stuff. It's very iffy because it's like watching it is very awkward because you could just watch matches. They don't have full-fledged, like Stardom doesn't have full-fledged like shows from start to finish. Like
yeah, I was checking out the website. It's
very split up.
Yeah, they have just the matches played out. They don't have the whole show.
And none of that, but Stardom World doesn't have old stuff. It's like 2015, there's like 3 events, and 2016 has all of them, and obviously 2017.
Yeah.
So they don't have too much to offer.
Yeah.
If there's any other Joshi promotions I would like to get, I think Pro Wrestling Wave. I don't know how big or how deep that goes. I'll check it out, but maybe Joshi stuff in the future. I don't know.
Maybe we'll explore other indies and stuff like that. I would like to once I get caught up on all of my ICW, start talking more about ICW. So look out for that in the near future.
If you do ICW stuff, I will not take notes. So I'll do what you do and watch.
Okay.
So I'm totally okay. We'll roll reverse for the ICW stuff.
As we're discussing our future plans on the air.
Fuck, who cares? Yeah, we'll just let everybody know that we are trying to develop a fucking, an indie show here going forward. Because let's be fair, everybody, WWE is very fucking boring.
Yes.
It's not interesting at all. But anyways, we'll rejoin you guys for our regular fucking Arrow shit on Wednesday when we talk about the WWE garbage. And we will see everybody another time. Take care.
Later.